In part one of our special Summit Veteran series, there's more to the veteran experience here than adaptive skiing. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News. First, new affordable housing is coming to Dillon Valley. A proposal calls for duplexes on nearly 3 acres of county-owned land on Straight Creek Drive. That's east of Dillon Valley Elementary School. The county purchased the property with housing funds in 2012, and plans call for 3- and 4-bedroom duplexes. There is no timeline yet for construction. In other Dillon development news, Summit County could soon be home to a Panera Bread. When approved, the restaurant comes to the Ridge at Dillon Shopping Center on an empty lot next to Noodles and Company. Preliminary plans include a drive-through if the Town Planning Commission approves traffic impacts. Yesterday, we told you about upgrades to the local Verizon network with a new cell site coming to Frisco. Construction won't begin until late spring at the earliest, meaning better service is still a few months away. But what about robocalls? A Verizon rep says data usage, not robocalls, are responsible for poor service in Summit, but confirms Verizon is launching a new app this month to combat spam. The new app is free for Android and iOS platforms. Until now, spam filtering was a paid service. The provider has tagged 300 million numbers associated with spam calls. Summit County is home to about 1,000 veterans of all ages from all branches, a small yet vibrant fraction of the 400,000 veterans living in Colorado. When locals think about veterans, though, they tend to think about sport recovery programs like Team Semper Fi and adaptive skiing through the Breckenridge Outdoor Education Center. But thousands of veterans battle unseen injury every day.
When you separate from the service, you lose your brothers and sisters that you've relied on.
That was Austin Bruninger, a 34-year-old Kansas native and retired Air Force intelligence operative now working for Red, White, and Blue Fire in Breck. In 2016, a friend from the service committed suicide, one of 175 in Colorado and more than 6,000 across the U.S. that year alone. Nearly 95% are male.
At that point, I found myself really struggling to figure out why these friends, why not these friends, why not myself, what's the difference here?
Bruninger reverse engineered his high country life. Discovering nature and activity helped his mental health. It led to a new nonprofit called High Country Veterans Adventures, made for any vet in need of brotherhood, especially those with invisible scars.
So I looked at the organizations that were present in the area, and again, we found a lot of them were tied to the physically disabled veteran, which the friends that I have lost were not physically disabled veterans. They were veterans that carried with them some mental baggage.
He admits finding local veterans has not been easy. Some are reluctant to commit, and others drop out at the last moment. But for the dozen who have been hiking, paddleboarding, and skiing with HCVA, the change is almost immediate.
So seeing a smile on someone's face and knowing that you changed maybe their day or week or month, year, hopefully their life, kind of set it on a different path, that's rewarding in and of itself.
HCVA's next program is indoor rock climbing in Silverthorne this March, followed by 2 nights at Francie's Cabin in April. Learn more and sign up at hcvaco.org. Tune in tomorrow for the next part in our Summit Veterans Special Report on Krystal 93. The annual Tim McClure benefit raised $60,000 for local recycling programs recently in honor of a man known as the godfather of recycling in Summit, Jen Shank with High Country Conservation Center.
Tim was a pioneer and started recycling in Summit County back in the days in the 70s when recycling wasn't cool.
Proceeds from that benefit fund everything from a future drop-off site in Dillon or Silverthorne to HC3's new Climate Action Plan.
I know climate action wasn't something that really existed back in the 70s and something that Tim probably wasn't aware of, but in his spirit, it's pretty cool to see.
HC3 unveils the new Climate Action Plan in April. The recording industry lost an unsung legend this week when session drummer Hal Blaine died at his home in California. He was 90 years old. Blaine played with the Wrecking Crew, a group of studio musicians popular in the 60s and 70s. He laid drum tracks for 6 consecutive Grammy winners in the 60s, from Herb Alpert's A Taste of Honey to Simon & Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water, and that track there, the Ronettes with Be My Baby. In sports, the Nuggets play the Timberwolves tonight at 8:30. And in local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency, Summit High Girls Soccer opens the season today against Glenwood Springs and Glenwood. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News.